Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be ranking the top 10 best centers in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM. Now, before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. I realized I never did top 10 center. That's my bad. I did all the other positions, didn't do centers. Forgot to do it a couple days ago. That's my fault. I skipped ahead into the hidden gems or the wild gem stuff, and I forgot to get top 10 centers. So this list does not include wild gems or hidden gems cards. Keep that in mind, which leads to a number 10 that isn't that strong in Channing Frye. This card's not that elite, honestly. I mean, he's 7 foot with a 7'2" wingspan, but he's slow. He's not great as a finisher at all, and he's not great defensively. That being said, he's a great shooter, and his jumper's not bad, especially off a no dip. And I mean, 67 speed is bad, but Vlade's 59. People have been using Vlade. I don't have Vlade in this top 10. I actually think this Channing Frye is a little better, despite not being as good defensively. 84 interior, 80 block, 82 and 84 rebounding. At least he'll compete. He is 7 foot, 67 speed. I mean, he'll try out there, I'm sure. I guarantee you that. And I think at number 10, I mean, it could certainly be worse. I will say that. It could certainly be better, but it could absolutely be a lot worse than Channing Frye at the number 10 spot on this list. At the number 9 spot, if my computer ever decides to load, thank you, is going to be DeMarcus Boogie Cousins. I almost typed in Boogie, but that would not have given me the result I was looking for. That being said, Boogie I don't know. He's okay. He's what, 6'10", 7'6" wingspan. The wingspan's nice, but the height isn't great. He's also 70 speed, and again, relatively mediocre defensively. A little better badge-wise than Channing Frye is. Certainly a much better finisher around the rim, like way better. But he's not a great shooter. His jumper's kind of ugly. 83 ball with a couple shooting badges is okay. He'll hit wide open, but I don't love the shot personally. And again, he's not super fast. It's just, again, I don't love the card. I think a lot of people, when Boogie first came out, really liked him. I never understood why. I knew he'd get outdated quickly. It's already kind of happening. To me, don't love Boogie as a center personally. And again, the lower echelon of this list is going to be a little bit underwhelming without any wild gems cards or hidden gems cards included. That being said, number 8 is PJ Brown, the Amethyst. Card's actually decent. This is the first one where it's like, I mean, you could kind of use him in competitive, probably a little bit. He's what, 6'11", 7'2" wingspan, so he's got okay-ish size. He's got 76 speed, that's not bad. He's great defensively, that's really nice. And he's got 85 standing 80 driving dunk, can hit a wide open 3. He's not horrible. He's not the best center in the game, but he's not bad. He's got decent speed, he can hit a wide open 3, he's great defensively with very good rebounding. Not a bad card. The first card on this list for sure that's like, oh yeah, he's actually usable. Definitely a guy that, like, he's still my 3rd center at the end of my bench right now, and I would have no issues at all. Center gets injured, I'll run PJ Brown for a quarter and just like use him as a best bench center. Totally fine with me. I legitimately like this card still. He is in my main lineup, although again, he pretty much never plays unless the center gets injured. But at the same time, I legitimately like that card. I think he's actually pretty decent. Moving on to the number 7 spot. This card is very solid, but he is so unbelievably overpriced and just ungodly expensive. I don't know why anybody would have locked this card in. People did, but I don't get why. Dikembe 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan. The problem is, yeah, you're getting this giant, great mashers, awesome defensively. He's 79 speed, 43. Can't shoot, and he's not that fast. I mean, he's not slow, but again, he can't shoot. To me, it's like, I don't really want a non-shooting center, even at this point in the year. Yes, he'll mash a lot of undersized centers at a high level, and I'm not saying he's trash. He's one of the best defensive cards in my team, period. But a non-shooting center, even in season 1, especially with how aggressive the pacing is this year in my team. Non-shooting centers used to be really good early in my team, but when you have this fast of pacing and you have guys who are going to be like at the top of this list with 80-something speed and 80-something 3 and 80-something dunk and 87, at a minimum, it's 80-something everything, if not 90-something everything. Just as do everything well at 7 foot. It's like, yeah, at the end of the day, a guy like a Dikembe Mutombo is just not going to be that great. That's just how it winds up working. A guy like Marcus Camby, for example, obviously he's not quite as big and not quite as physically imposing as Dikembe, 6'11", 7'3" wingspan. That being said, he's faster than Dikembe is. He's a much better shooter than Dikembe is. The only thing that holds this Marcus Camby back from being like way better than Dikembe is the fact that his jumper's atrocious. His jumper sucks. He will hit wide open, especially off a no dip if you learn it. You have to learn the shot, but he will hit wide open, which means people cannot paint sit on you, which is good. As long as you learn his jump shot, he's a very usable card. His defense is still great. He's relatively affordable. I don't think he's bad. That being said, his jumper is really, 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 really bad. And it takes away from what is otherwise an awesome card, extremely athletic, extremely elite defensively. but that shot sucks. Don't get it twisted. So again, for me, he is only number 6 for that reason. It is a very bad jump shot, and I do not want to sugarcoat that at all realistically with this top 10 list. Moving on to the number 5 spot, I'm realizing that I did forget somebody. I don't know if I want to include him or not. I'll include him. We'll do it. We'll just try to go quick here, but we're going to move everybody down a spot because I do think I want to include this guy on this list, which means Giannis, I guess, goes to number 6. Here's the truth about Giannis. He's 6'11", and he's got a 65 3-ball. Yes, he's fast. Yes, he's awesome defensively. Yes, he's a great slasher, and he can play power forward or center. He's really good at both, but he's not a great shooter. And I mean, look, at the end of the day, the rest of this list is really good. These are all great cards who are high-level options at their position and do pretty close to everything well. So for me, Giannis Antetokounmpo can't go higher than number 6 on a list that is as stacked as this center position is, because again, at the bottom it's not great, but when you include the guys who can play the center position at the top, it becomes a very, very loaded list with, yes, a couple of cards who aren't exactly the most attainable, but a couple of cards who absolutely are as well. That being said, good Lord, 2K, please, or not 2K, what am I saying? 2KDB and my computer. I don't understand why. Like, my computer is not the newest, and but it's not slow. Besides when I'm trying to record videos on 2KDB, I don't understand why that is. It doesn't make sense to me. Serge Ibaka is going to be number 5 on this list. He's 6'10", 7'4" wingspan, 79 speed. Not the fastest again, but he can shoot the ball. He's great as a dunker. He's great defensively. I would sacrifice the 4 inches in height from Serge Ibaka to Dikembe Mutombo every single day of the week to get the guy who's got 84 3-ball. It's just true. And I mean, Serge is just a much bigger threat offensively than Dikembe is. For me, that's why he's a couple spots higher on the list. Plain and simple. I know he's 4 inches shorter. I'd rather have the increased 3-point ability with similar statistics. And that's just, and lack of size. Like that's the honest truth of the big man spot for right now. So for me, that's why I got like Serge. Even though Serge is actually one of the players you need to get Dikembe. He's better than Dikembe. He's better than the player he locks in for, which I think is kind of dumb, but whatever. Moving on to the number 4 spot, Miles Turner is a freaking awesome card. Unfortunately, he is missing a lot of badges. He's missing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 11 badges. He's only got 5 badge slots. He's got a lot of badges that he's missing that you would want. It's the honest truth. Now, he's still 90 standing, 85 driving, 90 interior, 94 block, 80 speed, 88 3-ball, 84 perimeter, 80 steal, 84 agility, 90 strength, 95 stamina at 6'11" with a legitimately good jump shot and a solid fade. Therefore, he's still a very good card, so I do not want to understate that. That being said, I do wish his badges were a little better, but still a top 4 center in the game. Number 3, similar to Giannis, at this point in the game, he's absolutely a center. Some people who have this card are probably using him as one. That is why I include both him and Giannis on this list. Kevin Garnett at the number 3 spot at the center position. That's the honest truth about this card. I know he is extremely rare. I know not many people have him, but I also am fully aware that at 6'11" with like 94 speed or whatever he is, this KG card he's a freak. 94 speed, 89 3-ball, 85 standing and driving, 95 interior, 95 block. Look at all those defensive Hall of Fame badges. Half posterizer, half set shot. His jumper's not the best and his sigs suck, and it doesn't matter because the jumper is good enough, especially with the stats and badges that he has, to be one of the best cards in the game. If he had a better jumper, he'd be the best big in the game with these stats and badges. Plain and simple. I think there's a serious argument to maybe be number 1 if his shot was like more like this next guy who's coming up on this list. I think there's a serious statement to be made that Kevin Garnett would be maybe the best card in the game, not just the best center in the game. His jumper nerfs him, but it nerfs him to the point of only being the 3rd best center and like the best power forward in the game. So again, he's terrible. Number 2, Jack Sikma. Not as good on paper as KG is, although he is still very good, but the honest truth is his jumper is just incredible, and he is still very, very good defensively, still very switchable, and still really, really good. So I think he's 6'11", 7'3" wingspan, 80 speed, 93 ball, 85 standing, 80 driving dunk, 92 interior, 90 block, 84 perimeter, 80 steal. And again, badge wise, really, really good. So just overall a very, very solid card, and can really compete all the way around. But the thing that makes him special, like I have said, is that jump shot, KCP based Star jumper on very, well, sorry, not a very quick, but it sometimes feels like it when you no dip it. But no, it is a very quick, very smooth, very easy, very consistent jump shot. It's more of a threat, honestly, than anybody else is at the center position pretty easily right now, that anybody's running, at least at a competitive level. And that includes like wild gem bigs as well. There's a couple of good other bigs that people are using that are really good pick and pop bigs, but I think Sigma kind of outclasses all of them with how good his jump shot really is. That being said, the best big in the game is absolutely without a doubt Joel Embiid. As good as Jack Sigma is, this Embiid card, 7 foot with a 7'5" wingspan, basically 90 speed, 93, 90 standing, 90 speed, 93, 90 standing, 85 driving, 95 interior, 90 block perimeter, basically 90 agility, 97, 99 strength. Like, and then every Hoff you want on a center, pretty much. He's a god. What else you want me to say? He's basically the best card at the center position you can have. This card coming out this early in the year is again kind of crazy. This is a season 4 card, you know what I mean? Animation wise, he's held back a bit, but stat wise, there's nothing held back. This card's cracked, plain and simple. And yes, even though his jumper's not as good as Sigma's, it is still good enough that without a doubt, he's the #1 center in the game. I don't really think it's debatable. This is the top 10 in my opinion. I feel like it's pretty accurate overall. So y'all let me know what y'all think. I know it's 11 now because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget KG because I ignored him initially on the list, but hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.